Welcome back to Tigerchicksresinjungle. Sorry I've been away. I didn't actually go anywhere, but with Christmas coming and the holidays, I just got behind in my videos. So I figured I would do a video this week. Plus, the bench that I work on, my husband took over. So I had to wait for him to get his stuff out of my way. Now that his stuff's out of the way, I can go back to my video. And this week, for my Christmas theme, I'm going to do a video for a gingerbread house. But I'm not going to make it look like a gingerbread house. I think I want it to look more like an ice castle. So, I don't know that you can see too much about this, but we've got roof pieces, wall pieces with some windows. There's a fireplace in here, some bricks showing. Over here, we've got the front pieces of the house with the door. The door's over here. We've got some trees. We've got some animals and a person and a witch, in case you want to make it Halloween themed. So I'm just going to be doing the house and the trees and the door. I'm going to skip the witch, the person, the bird, I don't know what this person is, this other person, and the cat. Don't need them. I just want to do the house. So what I'm going to do is the trees are going to be green. I'm going to use this extra fine green lime glitter. Figure those would be good tree color. I've got some orange red, which I'm going to use in the fireplace for the actual fire. I've got some bronze, which I figure will color the actual fireplace. It's more like a stove. Then I've got some glitter with some snow color type stuff that I want to use in the roof. Figure make it look snowy. And then I've got my extra fine diamond dust glitter that I'm going to use throughout the rest of it. And I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to leave it clear because I want it to be clear. Because you can light the house up once you get it assembled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on coloring. And because my basement is cold, I have to heat up my resin. And because I've never made this mold, I have no idea how much resin I need. So I'm going to guesstimate and go with 6 ounces. We'll start with that. Hopefully that will be enough to do the house and the trees and the door. I'm not really sure because they don't look really deep. And according to the directions for the house piece, you only are supposed to fill these 2 pieces up 2/3 of the way. They don't get filled all the way. Probably has something to do with making it fit together. But they don't look very deep, so I'm thinking they're going to take maybe an ounce. Maybe an ounce and a half per thing. So I figure if I do 6 ounces, that should be maybe plenty. Because I'm not even sure. They may only take a half an ounce. I don't know. I didn't measure anything. I'm just going to wing it. See how it goes. If I have to make up more, I'll make up more. But I'll start with the house pieces first. And then I'll do the trees. And if I still have extra, I've got an extra cabochon mold over here that I want to try and maybe make some extras. So what I'm going to do first is I don't plan on coloring much of it. I just really wanted to color in the fireplace a little bit. And so I'm going to start with our orange red, which I figure if it's orange red, that's kind of the color of a fire. So, you know, I want the fire to be fire color. And I'm going to have to do some cleanup, I am sure, because this is a very small area that I'm trying to work with. And I'm sure there's going to be extra color around the edges that doesn't need to be there. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's going to look good. Get this little corner over here a little bit more. See? It's going to look like a fire in the fireplace. I just got to clean up a little bit. And then I can move on to coloring the actual fireplace. So what I need is a little bit of tape, which I have over here. See how that works. I'll get it off the top there. I'll do that, and then I need this so I can clean up along the edge, and my little my alcohol, so I can get this piece here, as we don't want this all covered in fire color, or this. I want it to be fire color. Alright, that takes care of that. Now, I just need to clean it a little bit here using a tissue paper towel. Move this so you can see better. There we go. So I make sure I get all this out of here. Okay. Get that area. This area a little bit here. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now I just have to do the rest of the fire, which will involve the actual fireplace. And clean my brush off. There we go. That's good. And move on to the next color, which I picked out this bronze color. I figured it would not be open. Go figure. Let me get this open. Hold on. There we go. Now, again, I'm going to have to clean this up because, oh, look at me. I'm making a mess already. I don't want to make a mess, but hey, well, you know. And, oh my, that's a lot. I didn't mean to have that much in there. Alright, I got way more powder in here than I needed, but it's been a few weeks. Again, I'm sorry I haven't posted any new videos lately. It's just, I only do one video a week, and just since my last video, I've just been busy and I haven't gotten to it. Alright, let's dump this out. Alright, burnish this in pretty good. Alright, I'll cover this back up. Put that in there. And then we'll have to clean this up again because look at all of my excess color here. I think these need to be painted. Not sure, but we'll find out if it doesn't look like it's supposed to. Alright. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, that's going to look nice, 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 I think. Get my colors in here. Alright. And actually, now that I think about it, that looks pretty good. And that looks pretty good. I just got to clean up my mess. Because look at the mess I have made. I don't want all of this color all over the place. I want the color just where I put the color. Because, you know, I want the house to be clear. Get this a little bit here. I'll put this over here. There we go. Clean up around here a little bit. Oops, I'll have to fix that. And that. I'm not doing so well cleaning this up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to clean this up, start my resin heating up, and I'll be back. Okay, so my resin is heating up, And I've changed my mind and decided I wanted to color some more of this gingerbread house before I actually pour my resin. So I'm going to color the windows. Well, around the windows technically. And since you don't want to sit here and watch me color all of these windows in and do all the cleaning for them, I'm going to speed you up so that you can enjoy it in fast forward. So, while we're speeding through this, I wanted to welcome any new channel members. Thank you to all my existing channel members. I also would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This weekend is the weekend before Christmas when this video is getting put together and put out all in a day. So if I've made some editing faux pas, you'll have to excuse me because I was rushing to get this video out with the holidays and everything. So what I decided to do was just color in all the windows. I decided to use a lilac color, and then I'm going to color my door, and I'm going to pour my resins. And hindsight is 20/20, as you know. So when I realized afterwards, you'll see further in the video, that there was an issue with the resin when it was curing, and I thought it was a hole in my mold. Turns out, I'm pretty sure it was probably just overspill that I didn't realize. So, I'm going to get another video out this week. I'm actually on vacation from work this week for the week of Christmas. So, in amongst getting ready for Christmas, I'm going to try and do another project. This project was the first one I've done in a couple of weeks, and I am so sorry. My editing and my recording, rather, was not the greatest. A lot of my stuff was like half frame. It looks like it's in frame to me when I'm doing it because I'm right underneath the camera, but clearly I am not in frame at some points. So sorry about that. I'm still learning. I mean, it's only been, 7 months or so. So, I am mixing up my resin. I decided to go very minimal with this, and I just wanted to add some glitters to it and basically pour it as a clear resin with just some glitter in it. And then I wanted to light it up from the inside. I probably will do this again, maybe next fall, and I'll do it as a Halloween house, so it'll be much darker. And you won't be able to light it up because it'll be so dark you won't probably see much through it. I mean, you probably see through the windows and stuff and the door, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a thought. October is 10 months away from here already. I mean, it's only December 21st when I'm doing this video. So October's quite a bit away. So, this is the third of my Christmas videos. And it didn't actually, I wanted to do a lot more videos, and it just didn't turn out that way. This is only my first year doing this. Well, my first 7 months, technically. So, it's a learning curve. I have to get better at things, figure out how to get things more coordinated. I plan on doing some additional stuff. As you see, I posted up there. I'm on frame. So sorry. I want to get some more professional type stuff, maybe. Like some microphones, maybe some better lighting. Not that my lighting is bad. I think my lighting is actually okay with the minimal lighting that I have. But I would like to get a better microphone so that I can actually talk while I have my mask on and I'm actually doing the resin, because right now the way I do it is I put my mask on and then I don't talk and I have to do this voiceover. If I get a lapel microphone or something, I'm going to try and see if that'll work within my face mask so that when I'm actually doing my resin, I can actually still be speaking and I won't have to do as many voiceovers, which is fine. I mean, maybe I could try an entire video that's voiceover. I don't know. We'll see. It's something to try next year. I've got lots of time and I can't wait for it to get warmer. I mean, it's only the week of Christmas and I already want spring. So, I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, please like, subscribe, comment. I am working on I'm going to do another video this week. It still will be Christmas, so I'm still planning on doing a Christmas type theme, and hopefully getting that out before the end of the year. And then come January, we'll move into something non-Christmas. What it'll be, I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. Apparently, you can hear me talking in my mask if I talk loud enough, because I can hear myself in the video occasionally, because I did not remove all of the video voice out of it, so occasionally you get to hear me speak in my mask, but doing the voiceovers is way better. Okay, so at this point I've poured my resin, and I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get any air bubbles along the seams, so I'm using my dotting tool to go along the edges of all of my molds. And because again I'm out of frame, you didn't see most of the pouring that I did. So sorry. I can't believe that I was out of frame the whole time, or at least only partially in frame. So sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop apologizing now. On to more pouring of my resin to finish up the molds. I definitely decided to do the house pieces first because I was afraid if I didn't make up enough resin, and I wouldn't have enough to do the houses if I started with the trees, so I decided to start with the house first. That way, if I did run out of resin, I'd only run out of resin on the Christmas trees. It wouldn't affect the house. Not a problem. Didn't run out of resin. Had plenty. Well, yeah, I had plenty. If it hadn't spilled over, I probably wouldn't have had that spot in the roof that wasn't filled, that you'll see later in the video. I still haven't figured out how to fix that yet. I was thinking about making like a chimney to go over it, but I can't figure out how to make a chimney. So currently, at the moment, it's just a hole in the roof. I'm not going to sell this. It's not anything that's going to go anywhere. It's just going to be something for me that maybe I'll put in my house. You know, I can put it up at Christmas time. Was definitely a learning experience on how to build this house. And trying to get it glued together was a trick and a half. I ended up actually using UV resin and just rubbing it on the bits and pieces that would glue together, and then holding it and trying to, luckily I have the double-sided Let's Resin UV lamp, so I was able to turn that on and use both hands to hold the house pieces where I needed them until the resin started to cure under the UV light. Additionally, the links to this mold and any of the colors and the resin that I used will be in the description box below. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end where we'll be moving into the final preparations, where I show you the finished product and how hard it is to actually hold it together to try and figure out how it goes together. I mean, it's a house. You wouldn't think it'd be that difficult, but I am not a builder. I do not claim to be a builder. There's my disclaimer. Okay, so I actually over-poured these just a smidge, so what I did that you cannot see on frame is I was just scooping down the extra resin into the roof pieces. Because even though there's glitter in the side walls, there's also glitter in the roof. It's not the same glitter, but the little glitter that was in the side walls didn't make a difference if it was added into the roof. So I just pulled the excess down into the roof tiles and poured the rest of the roof resin in. And then I go on to make the trees, which you'll see later. And I'm thinking about it in hindsight, it didn't seem to be an issue, but I probably could have added maybe, you know, a drop of glue or something to make sure that the glitter didn't fall in my resin, but it didn't seem to fall, so it was fine. So I didn't need it after all. So that part's done. Now I'm going to take the rest of the resin that I had left, just add in some of the green glitter for the trees. I'm going to mix it up, pour it into the trees, and then we will move on to the final demold, and hope you enjoy it. Hi, welcome back to Tigerchicksresinjungle. Okay, so my project from yesterday is done, and I apparently must have some kind of a hole in this mold because I got all this that came out afterwards. Because it's not overspill, it's not on the top, it's definitely underneath, all underneath. So I'll have to figure out where that came out. But in the meantime, everything else is cured. So let's pop them out. Let's see. Got part of a Christmas tree. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? Got the other part of the Christmas tree. And a little bit of overpour there. There we go. Now my belief is that they're going to go, and they need to be trimmed a smidge, I think. I think they're supposed to go like this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Cool beans. All right, so I'll mix those up. We'll do those up in a minute. And we've got another one here. Super glittery. Just what I was going for. Extra piece of there. Okay, more glittery. And then these guys, again, they're going to go together like this. Oopsie. There we go. They're going to go together like that. So pretty. All right, I've got my door. See how my door turned out? Oh, pretty. I like it. I like the sparkle in the window. It makes it look like it's snowing out or in. Let's see. Okay, so here's the front half of the house. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Just got to do a little bit of trimming here. Nothing major, just minor bits. Because again, it said not to fill it all the way. All right, now we got to figure out what happened with this guy. Okay, well, there's that piece. And let's see. All right. Ooh, that looks pretty too. Okay, now, is there a hole in here somewhere? I don't see a hole. So I don't know where it came from. Maybe I'll fill it with some water afterwards and see if I can tell where it came from. Okay, so that's those pieces. Now we've got the walls. One piece of the wall. Oh, so pretty. So cute. I like it. I can't wait to put it together. All right, we got some overpour on this one, which we'll have to get off because we don't need like a tag. All right. Ooh, pretty, pretty, very, very pretty. And the fireplace just looks slightly fired. Beautiful. All right, so I got to get this piece off. All right, then we got our roof pieces. And, oh no, I didn't have enough. And it, he's going to have a hole in his roof. No. All right, this one looks really good. So pretty. This one we're going to have to fix. Because I've got a hole in the roof. But I think I can fix that up with some, maybe some UV resin. I'll have to figure it out. Or maybe, okay. It would have been good to know that that didn't fill up all the way before it cured. But live and learn, whatever. Now I have to trim up my pieces here real quick so we can see how these are going to go together. Let me get out my deburring tool so I can deburr real quick. Okay. There we go. This side doesn't really have any except for that spot right there. There we go. Get this side here. There we go. Get the top here. Okay. That one's taken care of. Because I don't know. Alright, and my door. Actually, the door doesn't need to be done. Perfect. Beautiful. I do have to do the trees, but I can do them after. Okay, so these, I believe, go... Let's see how we're going to do this. I think they go like this. I think they go like this. Although maybe it goes like this. No, that seems like an outside. That just seems weird. Maybe it goes that way. I don't really know. This is kind of odd. Let's see. Alright, maybe they go this way. Figure this out now. Alright, I know you go this way. You're going to go here. For sure. Because it's the roof. Okay, this is going to be the fun part. Figuring out how this thing goes together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Alright, so this is going to go here. This will go here. This will go there. Okay, so these two are going to go like this. If I can get this together. Nobody said it was going to be easy to do this. Ah! Okay, getting this thing to stay together is going to be the trick. And you know, there's nothing in this to set anything into. It's not like there's, like the trees have slots where they click into each other. There's nothing on the house at all. So I guess the house is just, you know, kind of like stick it on there kind of a thing. Alright, let's see. Guess it's going to go like that. Kind of, sort of. Alright, I'm going to have to get this back. I'm going to have to get this all glued together. And then I'm going to trim up these trees while I'm at it. And then once it's all glued together, where's the door? There's the door. I'm like, where's the door hole? It's over here. Here's the door. Okay, we got the door. Which is not supposed to go inside of here. And I suppose it could. I think it's supposed to be left open like this. Or like that. Anyways. Okay, so let me get the trees trimmed up a little bit more. Well, a little bit because I haven't trimmed them at all yet. And figure out how to glue this house together. And then once the house is glued together, I'll come back and show you the final pics. All right. See you until then.